So yeah, she had all of those things taken from her due to taking the virus, which we all know has all these taking the vaccine, which we all know these vaccines have a lot of bad repercussions. They call them side effects, but that's more than a side effect. So, anyway, so yeah, and now you, this was, there's been a few times in world history where things are shut down to such a scale. And you know who pushed for this shutdown so adamantly? The Democrats. But let's not just give a whole broad name. Not only just the Democrats, but let's also pinpoint to those who have interest, financial interest and financial gain in the vaccine and in this pandemic as a whole. What you have here is there's people who make money. This and the thrill of just making money was the biggest gain from making money was from just the simple fact of having to not only having being able to financially take care of yourself, but being financially able to take care of others, and then being financially able to take care of your family for generations. For some, this was what wealth means to them. But then there are others where wealth is when that is just not enough. They would like to try to use their wealth to manipulate and to oppress. And where it originally started as in many wealthy people using their wealth to for philanthropy and making a lot of situations better for a lot of people. And that's how, of course, a lot of the foundations who are making the vaccine and the foundations backing, having people stay in their homes, when the percentage of dying from this so-called pandemic, virus, the coronavirus, when these things happen, they are the ones behind this. When you have such a minimal chance of actually getting sick and dying from this. The doctors who pointed this out and who brought this information to light recently, they should be commended for their bravery and for speaking up and for speaking out and saying that, hey, we are being pushed to say that certain patients are dying from corona when they're not. New York Times was being called out, publication in New York was being called out for stating that, for having gunshot victims. When I say New York Times, the publication, we'll say that the news in itself, the hospitals in New York were writing and claiming that a coronavirus was the cause of certain gunshot wound victims. This could be looked up. Classifying gunshot wound victims as a coronavirus case. So we have already said, well, we already known that this thing is a pandemic. So we're going in further to say and to note that these people who have a financial interest and financial gain in these things are the ones pushing these things, the lockdowns and so forth. These people have made a living and they've gained their financial income through politics and through politicking. They didn't gain their income per se, not all, through a finance, through a business. They did this through contracts, government contracts, getting a government contract here and there. So this is This is their source of income. This is how many would say, this is how they eat. So